バンジーガムはガムと
What's good?
How's it going? First and foremost, who are you?
What's up, y'all? I'm Connor. I go by Thicc Boy for those of y'all that do not know me.
And where are you from?
I am from St. Louis, Missouri. I moved to Dallas about a year ago now. So,
Hell yeah.
new to this area here.
Well, hi, I'm Chase. I am at Shorty40 on Twitter. I had to think about it. And I also run Rhythm Squad, and this is...
Cali Cody on Twitter. I help Chase run Rhythm Squad as well. So yeah, episode 2, here we go.
So when did you get into EDM?
That was in Bloom Festival in 2018. A friend took me. It was like just getting dropped right into a festival. Like I never went to any shows or anything like that. Like I saw Slander and fucking Ganja White Night and shit at my first ever show. And then like 21 Savage and Lil Uzi was there too.
Hell yeah.
Lil Dicky, it was lit. It was an awesome like intro to EDM.
How far after did you begin producing and mixing?
Oh man, so I had already been producing because I produced hip hop for a while when I first started making music. So I had already been producing for a while, but as soon as I went and like got a taste for like some fucking dubstep, as soon as I got back producing, I was like, yeah, bro, I want to try to make shit like that. It's just so cool, especially seeing it from like a producer's perspective. It's like there's so many more aspects that go into producing dubstep and EDM that it was an immediate switch. I was just like, yeah, I want to do that. That shit's way cooler.
Hell yeah. Do you have any tracks or EPs out?
Oh yeah, I have my tune Summoning just dropped on Webaholics last month. And then I have a few random stuff up on my SoundCloud. But right now I've been vaulting a lot of stuff and just like building up my catalog of music so that when shows and shit comes back, like I can play mostly original sets and stuff like that.
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm kind of holding a lot of music right now, but stuff is coming, so stay tuned.
Keep it locked.
Alright, what would you say your style of music is and what led you to that taste in music?
Oh, that's a good question. I definitely focus more on like experimental bass and deep dub style dubstep, but I kind of Lucid put it best. I was watching his stream one time, and he was actually listening to one of my songs on his stream, and at that time I considered myself an experimental bass producer. And while he listened to the track, he was like, it's just dubstep, bro. And so, like, I think that kind of changed my perspective. Like, it's all just dubstep, but I definitely like the weirder shit. So that's what I try to make and stuff, too. And, I mean, my influences have always been, like, weird bass. Like, Liquid Stranger was one of the first people that I really fell in love with in the scene. So it's just like, man, I just love weird shit.
Yeah, Liquid Stranger is tight.
I like Liquid Stranger.
Yeah. The GOAT.
How has, we're going to switch it up a little bit right here. How has COVID affected you?
Oh man, COVID has been a mess because I just moved to Dallas last September. So like I was only here for like 3 months and then everything shut down. So like I lost my job. Like yeah, and then but I mean, so it hasn't been great. But if I can say anything good about COVID, like a lot of artists started streaming a lot more. So like I've been able to level up my production so much with these streams because like a lot of people will do feedback where like you can send them a song, they'll listen to it, and then they'll give you feedback right there live on stream. So shout out Brightside, he's been doing that a lot. But I mean, it really kept me motivated to just produce a lot. So I had stuff to show to these bigger artists when they stream.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Kind of kept you like locked in.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helped my production so much. So if I could give props to COVID, I'm like, thanks for thanks for bringing about the fucking live stream era.
Yeah, it's a great platform to be on.
What's your take on drive-ins and live streams?
So that's a good question too. The drive-ins, I thought it was a dumb idea at first because I was like, if you take an honest look at the rave scene, like, sorry guys, but people like to go to shows and do and get drunk and act a fool. So I'm like, when I first heard, we're gonna have these shows and like everybody's gonna be in their car the whole time, I was like, this is just
not a good idea.
A disaster waiting to happen. But I think like now having seen it done a few times, like I've never gone to one, but I mean I guess it's working out okay. I don't know. I still think it's kind of tacky, but I mean whatever.
I agree.
The streams are cool, but it's kind of getting old. Like I don't know. I'm to a point now where I'm just like, if it's another 4 months before stuff opens back up, I can wait. Like I got production and stuff that I can be working on, so it's like whenever stuff opens back up again, that's kind of just where I'm at.
For sure. So, how do you feel about people throwing so-called underground raves?
Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit, cut.
So I have been very outspoken. But I mean, I'm just being honest. Y'all have seen me talk about all these people, and I won't name any names on this while we're doing an interview.
promo,
But
we'll
I'm
do that.
like, yeah, no free promo. Sorry, but like doing these shows. I don't know. It's been irresponsible, and I think we're getting to a point now where stuff's starting to open up. So people are using that as like, oh, but like the government opened everything up, so it's okay now. Like not still taking into account that, hey, we are still in a pandemic, and you should probably still space people out, even though everything's opened up. Like it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just common sense, and I feel like that's been lacking a lot, especially local around here. So like, again, just ready for stuff to open back up so we can stop dealing with all that crap. To be honest.
For sure. So, when do you think normal shows will be back?
Oh man. Spring next year if we're lucky, and it's still gonna be socially distanced. And I know that people don't want to hear that, but like when winter comes around, what happens? People get sick regardless of if we're in a pandemic
For
or
sure,
not.
for sure.
So winter's gonna roll around. There's gonna be a bunch of more people sick. There's not gonna be a bunch of people throwing raves, especially when it starts to get real cold in other states. So I'm like, I don't know. I think realistically, spring of next year, like festival season of next year. But I still think some festivals will get canceled next year.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think everything's going to pan out the way people think.
For sure.
I feel like you already answered this next question, kind of, but do you feel shows will be different when they come back?
Yes and no. So yes, in the aspect, like I said, like I mean, I feel like stuff should still be distanced. Once we open stuff back up, like we shouldn't just forget that all this happened and be like, all right, everybody can just jam out again. Because then, like you know, I don't know. I feel like this just sets a precedent for stuff to be more distance enforced in the future. But as far as like the show in itself, I don't think so. I think there's people worried that like the scene's gonna die, and I don't think the scene's gonna die. I'm like, we just gotta be patient. When shows come back, it's gonna be shows again. Like you can just go to a rave every weekend and you don't have to worry about it.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be too much different. Just maybe continuing masks and distancing for a while.
Yeah, I think that'd be smart. That'd be the most effective
Yeah.
way. So, how and when did you first hear about Rhythm Squad?
Oh, Rhythm Squad. So
Shout
I
out
hadn't.
Rhythm Squad.
Yeah, shout out Rhythm Squad. I hadn't met you guys until right before Slime Fest, and I think it was you that hit me up on Twitter and were like, "Bro, play this stream." I was like, "Bet."
We
And
need
then,
you.
yeah, and then I mean, dude, that has kicked off a great friendship. Like,
Hell
I
yeah.
love you guys so much. So I'm like super thankful for Rhythm Squad, and Slime Fest was also tight.
Slime Fest was
I mean,
awesome.
shout out one of the better streams that we've had down here. That was
Yeah, for
lit.
sure. That was a good one.
Yeah, with the Erebus B2B paths at the
Yeah,
end.
that was
yeah.
that was nasty.
That was a lit ass night.
Shout out Path. Shout out Erebus.
Yeah, big shout out.
Have you ever played in the show we posted? If so, which one?
Okay, yeah. So like, yeah, I played in Slime Fest, which was Rhythm Squad hosted, but never anything live yet. Cause I mean, you know, I was here and everything was shut down, so I only got to play like 5 shows. When I first moved down here, I hadn't met really any of the major players down here yet at that point.
Okay.
So, but I mean, hey, going forward, I got a feeling this is gonna be like Dallas is kind of we're gonna be doing some stuff down here.
For sure.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Who should we be on the lookout for in the DFW
Oh,
underground
that's a good
scene?
one.
Oh,
Actually,
This is a
no,
good
let's
one.
do DFW underground scene first, and then just the
in
people you
general.
want
Okay, yeah. Cause okay, so.
I know you got a list. But
Yeah, I mean, I got some homies I can shout for days, but so like DFW in general, like I would say, if you've been paying attention to the streams down here, like the stuff that has been doing well and people having lit ass streams, like I mean, I think it shows who it is. It's gonna be Paths, Erebus, 48, like Mash Bit, you know, Big Worm. There's guys down here that are consistently playing on shows. Like, just to shout out a few. I'm sure there's way more. I love all you guys. G-Wiz, too. He's lit. I'm like, yeah, G-Wiz is lit. Funny story about G-Wiz. For Slime Fest, he was on that lineup, and I had his collab with Slang Dogs on my flash drive, and I was going to play it. And then I got there, and I was looking at it, and I was like, that's that dude. I was like, I can't play his song. So I had to scratch it off my set list. That was goofy. But yeah, and then like besides Dallas, I mean, a lot of my homies are out in Denver. So shout out Matheny, shout out Nalo, shout out Sky Sweet. You're not in Denver, but shout out you too. I mean, yeah, all the homies at Webaholics. Just there's a lot going on in the underground, so I think there's a lot to be excited about in the music future.
Love shout outs. So who would your dream back-to-back be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Take your time.
Angelic Root. I think that shit would be gas. I don't know if any of y'all know. I played his mix over here the other day when we were just sitting here chilling. But yes, Angelic Root, please. I would love to back-to-back with you. That would be lit.
So if you could pick a festival to play at, which festival would it be?
Why is it Wakan?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, Wakan definitely. But so there's also some like let's give a realistic take on this. Quasar Festival down here. I just met Chase. His name's also Chase, the guy that runs that. But they do weird festivals down here. They've had like Killsmith play down here and stuff like that. So Quasar in Dallas would be lit. But yes, of course, Wakan is the festival I want to play. I'm like, yeah.
All right. What would you open with?
Oh my god, Blunt. my shout out Vulcan, bro. Yeah, man. I would play Blunt and I would go crazy on main stage.
If you haven't listened to Blunt, look up Blunt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
stream
Link
that.
in the description below.
Stream that exclamation point Blunt.
Shout out Storm.
Coco in the video. Watch out, Coco.
Big up Storm. We'll cut this out.
Yeah, we said we'll cut this out. Bloopers.
Chop, clip, snip. You have any last words to say to the people?
Oh, is this the end?
Yeah.
We're only like 12 minutes in.
For real?
Dang,
Oh,
that was-
damn. I don't know why
We
last
can
one
just,
took
like,
too long.
We could just talk about something
I
else.
just need to talk like I was chilling, bro.
I'm like, we could just. I don't care.
That's fine.
Shit, we can just talk, yeah.
So I'm like, what should we talk about? Straight podcast style. Look at Andy with this child.
Just anything goes, really.
What do you do on the daily? What kind of
How long
what
are
do
you
you
trying? Oh
smoke?
man, okay. So I have been producing my ass off recently. Like I've literally been pumping out damn near a track a day, if not a track a day. And I've sent a few of them to Andy. I remember one of his replies was just, "So you just been making a bunch of gas." I was like, I don't know, man. I'm just at home right now, so I'm just in my DAW producing every day, and I'm trying to just keep leveling up. I wanted this next stream coming up, Nightmare Before Halloween. Tune into that. Is this gonna air before that or after that?
After what?
It'll be after that.
It'll be after.
Okay, well, I'm going to post the set on YouTube, so there'll be a link and then all that good stuff. But I wanted to play an all-original set for that. I didn't have enough time to finish some of the IDs, but I'm getting pretty close to having like a half hour of my own music that I can play, which I'm
Hell yeah.
super
That is
excited
sick.
about. Yeah, I'm super excited.
That's
about
a different level for sure.
that. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, we're getting close to having something going here.
Hell yeah.
Top 3 favorite artists.
Oh man, that's a good question.
Ooh.
So EPROM, I think is just the GOAT. So EPROM number 1, and then probably Peekaboo number 2,
Peekaboo.
and then Liquid Stranger number 3. I mean, I could go for days because I feel like my music taste. I have like I like all the weird music, but there's so many different genres. Like super experimental stuff like Saruda and Chi. I'm like, yes, that I love that kind of music. But then like I also just listen to deep dub like Angelic Root and Patches and like
Hell yeah.
Chiller 140 stuff. So there's just so much going on in in weird music. I feel like it's hard to narrow it down to 3. But I mean the big players, obviously. Liquid Stranger is the GOAT. EPROM's the best producer on the planet.
Peekaboo. Has always
Peekaboo.
been cold.
Peekaboo's just lit.
He's
I don't know
always
what
been
else to
cold.
say about Peekaboo. Everybody
He's
loves
always
Peekaboo.
been cold. For sure. So how did you came on the name Thicc Boy?
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is a good story. Shout out my boy Malik, one of my best friends in St. Louis. We were literally playing Fortnite, bro. This is like 3 years ago. We were playing Fortnite, and so like back in the day in Fortnite, shout out all the OGs, you could redeploy your parachute. So I was like flying over to wherever my boy Malik was, and he goes, "Thicc Boy inbound," like as I was flying over there. It just stuck, bro. So like every time we played Fortnite, he would just say that shit, and it literally just stuck. I started like making jokes, calling myself that, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make music, and I'm just gonna go by Thicc Boy. I was like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh man. It just stuck. Yeah, fucking Fortnite, bro.
That's
back in the glory days of Fortnite, man. Jesus.
Big boy.
became a robot at that game.
Yeah.
Fortnite's grown so much over the years.
See, I feel like Fortnite was such a good idea, and then it just, like, they let it get boring. Like, it's just the same thing so much. And now there's Warzone, and I'm like, that's the same thing, too. I can't even play that. I'm like, bro, we got to switch it up. You got to do something. Can we get a new map every once in a while? Just drop me somewhere else. I'm like,
it's the same shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm bored. You know how many times I got this blue AR? Fuck out of here. I'm like, I can't hit that guy. He's running. Do you see him? What am I supposed to do? It's a 12-year-old, and then you die. That's why I can't play Fortnite, bro. Because somebody kills me, bro. I'm telling you. I'll get
mad.
Yes, I'll get third place. I'm like, yes, bro, I got 15 kills. Like, let's go. We finna get a body this game. And then you get sniped by some 12-year-old. And I'm
You
just
get so
like,
heated.
fuck, bro.
Oh, no.
How did he do that? I don't even understand. I'm like, I'm a grown-ass man. That should not
Funny.
happen.
You be saying it's a glitch.
It's a glitch. God
Making
damn.
them all excuses.
And Warzone is even worse because you know them dudes that play Call of Duty hardcore. That's
yeah,
all
for
they
sure,
do is
for
play
sure.
Call of Duty. So I get killed in that way too much. I can't play. I'm in the gulag constantly, boy. They like, you better fight for your life.
God.
Fuck. And I suck at the gulag too, so I'm just done. This is back to the lobby for me.
How do you feel about the new Xbox console that's coming out?
I am definitely going to purchase it. I love Xbox. I've always had an Xbox. I had a PS2, and PS2 was lit. I feel like everybody had a PS2. But then once Xbox like 360 and Xbox One started going, I've been with them. Because I love Halo, so like I've always fucked with Halo on Xbox. And now Xbox just bought Bethesda, so we get Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be an Xbox exclusive. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Everybody's going to fucking buy an Xbox.
How you feel about the PS5, the new one?
I think it looks stupid. Sorry. PS5 people. It looks like a modem. It looks I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I'm hurt.
the Xbox doesn't look cool either, but like, I mean, the PlayStation just looks weird. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Switch. I got a Switch for my girlfriend, and I play it way more than she does. I'm like, I love it.
Team iPhone or Android?
iPhone, but mine's a shitty cracked one, so let's
Hey,
not
you
talk
know
about
what?
it. But
Still Team iPhone.
iPhone is the shit. If I see green text, I'm concerned.
Something's wrong with this person.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
It's an automatic red
I
flag.
don't know.
Automatic red flag.
Yeah.
Monster Among Us.
Oh, no.
I don't get red receipts. We can't. I don't know what's going on.
If
my
you
God.
could pick an event to go back to, what would
Bro,
it be?
Wakan Fest. I have
What
been.
year?
It was last year. Was the first
Last
year. It was the first. It was a year one
Their first
festival. Yeah.
Damn.
I have been, for all of you at home, trying to convince this dude and Andy to go with me to Wakan next year because, like, anybody that's watching that went, bro, it was just different. I haven't been to that many festivals, but Wakan Fest was just different. It was a different vibe. Everybody was on the exact same wavelength the whole time. Like, I don't know. It was alien music on a mountain for 4 days. It was great.
Cool.
It was awesome. I don't know how else to describe it. It was
I don't
awesome.
know. You gotta convince us something.
They're gonna go. So it's like I'm gonna convert them to the dark side. I'm trying to do it to everybody in Dallas
You did it to me.
because Dallas got too much rhythm going on. I'm like, I need y'all to get some weird bass in your life and just
We're trying to grow. We're trying.
broaden the horizons down here.
Broaden.
I like new music.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I have already converted paths, unfortunately for him. There's still so much more. Like, I feel like the stuff I play, like, there's so much more music that I'm like, I wish everybody just had my playlist so they could be. I'm gonna just send you my playlist. I don't know if you have Spotify, but Man,
All for it.
and everybody watching, just look up a new artist today. Find somebody. I don't know. Like, just look up.
Out of your typical genre comfort zone. Like
Yeah,
something
exactly.
outside
Go
of
listen to
that.
something that you don't normally listen
Good
to,
word.
and make it weird. Like, don't.
Make it weird.
Yeah, don't just go listen to some like I don't know what's that genre.
Hardstyle?
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't go
hardstyle.
listen to hardstyle. But I'm like,
Nothing against
go-
hardstyle, but
well,
what?
I just
He said, well,
just, oh man, go
Cook
listen.
house.
Go listen
On my
to
homie's hate house.
I don't think, hey, no, I fucks with some house though, especially if I'm drunk. House is lit.
Beep.
House is lit. Shout out Hayden Hickman. That's a Dallas DJ that everybody should know. Hayden Hickman. That dude is a bass house DJ and he's lit. We played a bunch of shows together. I love
Fucking
that
Lee,
dude.
bro. He's also a local. He was a local.
Yeah, Lee Leprechaun?
DJ.
Yeah.
So I see your shirt. What sports teams do you rep?
I rep St. Louis sports. This is a Blues shirt from when they won the Stanley Cup. But I'm also still a Rams fan. The Rams left St. Louis, but I'm still a Rams fan. I don't know. People give me shit for it, but I'm just like, whatever, bro. It's just a football team. I'm like, I just like watching them. They got cool uniforms. I'm like,
Looks good.
yeah,
That's funny.
it's just a football team. And then I'm a Cardinals fan, so I mean, I don't really love baseball, but you know, if it's on, I'll watch it, I guess.
All right, so what is like your most memorable moment from like any show or event that you've ever gone to? Out of either Okay, give me one for festivals, and then give me one for just like just shows, whether it be here or back home.
Okay.
The most memorable moments.
So, wow, that's a really good question. So, most memorable moment from a live show would have to be the Blunttronics tour in St. Louis, because this is when I was still kind of getting into EDM. Like, I had gone to that festival, but then it had been a while since I had like been to any shows or anything, and I had been to like 2, and then I saw Subtronics was coming, but I didn't really know who that was at that point, so I was just like, fuck yeah, like, this will be lit.
Oh my gosh.
It was in this tiny venue with a fucking slippery ass floor. I busted my ass like 3 times.
Oh my
I
God.
ruined a Supreme shirt because the floor was so gross, like with liquor and stuff, that like every time I fell, just got all over this white Supreme shirt that I had.
Oh
I was
my
pissed,
God.
but it was the craziest fucking show I've ever seen, bro. Blunts and Blondes and Subtronics throwing down in this tiny little room. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
oh my God, it was nuts. And then festival, bro, Wakan Fest. There's like, I can't. There's no, I can't. There's no way to like go to describe it. There's just not. On day 1 was down tempo day. During one of the sets on down tempo day, everybody in the crowd, just like no one communicated this. Like there was no conversation about what to do. Everybody just sat down. Everybody at the whole main stage. We were just sitting there watching this set, and then it ended, and Ellis Dream came on, and everybody stood back up. That was just. It was weird. Everybody was just on the same brainwave like the whole weekend. It was crazy. And then you got all these people throwing down, like Tynan played one of the craziest sets with like these demon visuals on the screen the whole time, and I was just like, what is going on? My girlfriend's facing me because she's like, I can't. She's like, I can't look at that
take
one.
it.
And then, bro, I don't know. The lineup was just unreal. Every day was just absolutely stacked, and I don't know. It was crazy. Again, it's like hard to put it into words. You kind of just had to be there. And so I'm hoping also, let's not let Wakan Fest get too mainstream, my fellow Wakan people, because the best part about it was so small. Like, I feel like everybody that was there was only there because they really fucked with Wakan music.
Right.
So, like, everybody was just on the same level. I don't want it to get to a point where it's just like, oh, everybody's just going.
Just to go.
Because it's a big festival, so
Right.
they're just going. And then you got all these people there that, like, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah,
That was just the
kinda
Wakan
go
vibe. It was like everybody loved Wakan, and so it was just lit. It was a great time.
So what's your most memorable moment playing?
Oh.
Ooh, as a DJ. That's good.
See, I haven't played that many live shows, so that one's hard. And especially because, like, when I first started out, I was playing, like I said, like, I was getting booked where I could in Dallas, you know, when I first started. So it was like I was playing on an all-house lineup. So I was playing, like, drum and bass. You know, I wasn't even really playing stuff that I liked.
Right.
And I got into it with one of the first promoters that, like, I DJ'd for here because he put me on this house show. And so, like, during my set, I started playing some weird stuff, and some people left. And, like, after I was talking to him, and I was like, see, but to me, that I like that. I'm like, because I mix weird music. I'm like, if you don't fuck with this, leave. I don't care. But he was like, that's just not good for shows. Like, you got to play to the crowd. I'm like, but that's not what you're booking me for. So I feel like now with all these streams and stuff that have been going on, like down here, I feel like promoters like you guys and I mean shit, like people that watch me on the stream, like you kind of know what you're getting at this point. So it's like when I'm getting booked, I feel like the crowds will be a little different too when stuff comes back, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I guess I don't know. When I first got to drop, shout out Yuz again. But like he sent me like the first dub plate I ever got from a homie was from Yuz, and I got to drop some of his songs like in a live show. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty lit, getting to play out like my homie's tunes. But I think it'll be better once stuff comes back and I have my own music that I can play.
For sure.
Like that's what I'm waiting for. Crowd reactions to my music. That's
That'd be
what I'm
sick.
waiting for.
Goosebumps.
I also feel like the live streams is that you have that creative ability just to play whatever you want because you don't have a crowd in front of you that you have to try to read.
That's really true. And I think like I've played so many live streams at this point, and like I'm sure people can tell from watching my live streams, like I do not go into them with a plan. I set up like a folder with what I'm feeling that week, you know what I'm saying? And then I just kind of run through. I change tempos all the time. Like, and I think I saw a tweet from some big DJ that was like, don't even play live streams, like, if you're not going to have a good set. I don't fucking know. Like, if you don't know how to DJ, like, don't be doing it. I'm like,
I
you remember, you know what I'm talking about?
It's like, don't play live streams if you still need practice.
Yeah, but my whole thing is I'm just like, bro, I'm just up here fucking around. Like, there's nobody even watching me. I'm like, I'm having a good time. They got some cool visuals up here. Like, if y'all want to tune in, that's fucking lit. Like, we listen to some dope music. But I just think, like, it should just be for fun. And that's why I think, I don't know, like, a lot of DJs, well, maybe not a lot, but, like, some people I know get upset about, like, streams or, like, live shows, like, when stuff goes wrong or something. And my whole thing is, like, bro, I'm only even here because sometimes I have fun when I'm doing this shit. So I'm like, why are you all worked up about some? We just out here having fun, bro.
Right.
Like, just mix it. It's like it's just a stream. That's I don't know.
At the end of the day, it really is for fun. You know, all for the people that are watching.
Yeah, I'm like I play out. I'm getting now more to where I'm just playing out like my stuff and my homie stuff. But when stream started, I was playing like sets that were just all shit people knew. Because I'm like, if I was sitting at home on my couch, I would want to be jamming some shit I already know too.
Right,
so I was like, well, I feel like the streams have just been a good way for people to just have fun with this shit. But
Get
then,
their stuff out there.
yeah, I'm like, just if you got some eyes on you, that's lit.
Yeah.
If there's people watching, that's lit.
How many tattoos do you have, and what's your favorite one?
Oh man, I think I have 13 now. Honestly, I don't. I kind of stopped counting, but I still don't have that many. So I don't want people like he doesn't even have that many. Stop counting. But yeah, I just if I want a tattoo, I just kind of get them. But like I don't know, my Jordans are kind of my favorite. My Twitter, my name on Twitter used to be the dude with the shoe tattoo because I got the Jordan tattoos. But then this one, I don't know if they can see that like on the camera. But this one's actually my most meaningful one. This was the last thing my grandma drew before she passed away. So my whole family has this tattooed pretty much in the same spot. There's a couple of us that have it somewhere else, but yeah, literally my whole family. We had a tattoo artist in St. Louis that had like over the years tattooed everyone in my family. So like she did my uncle, she did my mom, she did my aunt, she did my cousin, she did me. So she came to my grandpa's house and did these tattoos for us all in the kitchen. It was awesome. It was really cool, yeah. And a good way to like kind of symbolize my grandma and get some closure too.
That's awesome.
It was like, yeah, this is the last thing she drew. I love it. People think it's fake because it's bright red, but that's all she had was a red pen in her hospital room. So she drew that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we all got a tattoo.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Would you say that she's like the most influential person that you have in your life, or does it go to somebody else?
Wow, that's tough. I don't know if she was like necessarily a huge influence as much as like a, I don't know, just like a really like a loving person in my life. You know what I mean? Like my grandma, I feel like more than anyone else in my family, like just loved everybody so much. So like it was nice to have, but she suffered with dementia towards the end, you know? So I feel like you kind of regress during that, or I don't know, you turn into a different person. So it was weird towards the end, but I mean, like, as far as an influence in my family, I'd say my mom, because she was pretty much a single mom for most of my life. So, like, yeah, she's been my rock for sure.
Shout out all the single mothers out there.
Yeah.
Facts. Shout out all the girls out there. Shout out all the girls in the music industry.
Yeah.
Shout
Stop
out
sleeping on
Little
our,
Fog. Shout out Tech Savvy.
Stop sleeping on female producers, too, while we're at it. Shout out Nalo. She's the GOAT at 140. Stay tuned. Like, I got a lot of stuff I'm working on, and yeah, I appreciate everybody that's around for stuff like this, for the podcast and stuff. Shout out Rhythm Squad. Shout out Danny for being here. Shout out Andy over there. Shout out
That's
Camille and the
for.
baby. But yeah, man, just stay safe, y'all. Don't go to dumb shows.
Don't go to dumb shows. That's a good
man,
sentence.
because we can be mad at promoters all day, but y'all still buying tickets. So stop going to dumb shows. And yeah, that's it, man.
All right, thank you guys so much. This
Thank you
has
so
been
much.
episode 2 of Squad Talks. Thicc Boy, Chase, Cody. What's next? Special guest for our next podcast. November the 2nd is Erebus.
Erebus,
tuned
the
for that.
boy.
And Nuisance. It's gonna be a double
Oh, yeah,
episode.
Nuisance
First
too.
time we're gonna do a double episode with Nuisance and Erebus. Stay
Double
tuned.
Should be
episode.
interesting.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.